Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to talk to you all about almandine garnet. So basically, almandine garnet comes in many different sizes and forms. It comes in a bigger one, a medium one, even little tinier ones. There's so many different forms of garnet. There's a ton of different garnets out there, but we're talking about almandine. This is the one that people know as garnet or garnet, like what everyone calls garnet. So basically, almandine garnet is of the root chakra. It's the red side of the root chakra, and it's all about vibrancy. I like to call this the sorcerer's stone. It looks like the sorcerer's. Look at the shine in that. It looks like the sorcerer's stone from Harry Potter. I haven't watched that in a long time. It just looks like something that the guy with the bandana behind his head was holding, and I don't even remember the movie, but it looks like the Sorcerer's Stone. But garnet is basically wonderful for revitalizing energy. This is an affordable stone, although the thing is there's different qualities of almandine garnet. So you have qualities that are a little lower and chalky versus the higher quality in deep in red. I do have the deep in red one on my website, which is the highest quality of garnet ever, and the lower chalkier ones, like this is a little bit lower. You can kind of tell like it's just kind of chalkier, but let's get to talking about what garnet actually does, because garnet's a wonderful crystal. It's basically, I like to think of it as the sorcerer's stone because it rekindles fires. It's literally like they said it looks like an ember, it looks like a flame. Like the high quality garnet, you can see kind of like the sparkles in it. But if you're someone with no passion, if you're someone who just feels like you've lost all the luster for life, if you've lost all that you have that basically allows you to be driven, allows you to go, then a crystal like garnet will get those fires going again. It's basically, since the root chakra is at the lowest, it's the lowest chakra. The root star chakra, but we're talking about the root chakra right now. It's kind of like just sparking them engines up to get going. So basically, when you have almandine garnet, any problem that leads to you feeling like, I have no motivation, or it's gonna get you fired up. It's gonna be like, okay, let's go, let's get this done. It's gonna make sure you're amped. It's gonna make sure you're energetic, but not too energetic. If you're someone who's too energetic, it'll help you calm down. And that's a cool way that crystals work, is that they can either speed you up or calm you down. So I remember when I first put on ruby, which almandine and garnet is similar to ruby in the sense that almandine helps calm you down if you have too much energy, but it can help speed you up. It does one of the two. You will feel one of the two. If you don't feel anything at all, it's because you're already in the neutral section. But when I first put on ruby, in my experience, like similar experience to when I had garnet on, it basically calmed me down, and I was a little surprised. I'm like, I thought this was supposed to get me going. Maybe it's because I had too much energy at the time, or too much undirected energy, because you can have a lot of energy, but when the streams are full of water and they're just spilling over into the side banks, and now the grass is getting flooded, then energy in the wrong places can be not good. So basically, garnet helps put the energy in the right places. So garnet is an energy aligner. It rekindles old passions, it rekindles old flames, and this can also mean rekindling flames in a relationship. Garnet is the firestone. It's just think of it as like because remembering crystals can be really hard for you guys sometimes. Don't remember them, live them. Garnet is literally, just think of it as like, the fire that basically started the forest. Like all it took is this little, like, just kind of trickling flame to go, and the whole forest be set on fire. With garnet, it's the same thing. It's the same thing for your entire chakra system. It revitalizes relationships. It revitalizes energy in the relationship. It helps bring back passion to the relationship. So if you're in a relationship and it just feels completely dead, you're like, why are we together? Like there's nothing we have in common. Like we're not really talking the same anymore. Garnet spices it up. It just basically, like, it gets the passion that was just being put out, and then it allows you both to find passion again. So both of you in the relationship can wear garnet, because it'll make you have fire for each other. It'll make you have fire within yourself. It'll make you feel like life in a relationship is more exciting. So if you're someone who has lost love, or Maybe you fell out of a relationship because that relationship was just boring. Like maybe you just went your separate ways and you would like the relationship to be reconciled. Garnet's the best stone for bringing back a relationship that has separated. Now, don't go thinking that, oh, this is going to get my ex back. No, it's not. Work on yourself. Garnet's a stone that's going to help you work on yourself. So basically, if you're someone whose last relationship is gone because maybe you were upset, maybe you were arguing and fighting, the garnet, like I said, helps calm that down. So you had too much energy, but it was just in the wrong places. Now, garnet is pretty cool in the fact that it can attract love as well. So you're like, oh, what about, I know rose quartz for love. Oh, I know rondo just different crystals are for love. Oh, kunzite's for love. Garnet's a different kind of love. It's a passion love. It's a love of, like, basically think of it like this. It's a love that wasn't there before, but it's there now. It's kind of like if someone has feelings towards you, the feelings are going to come up versus just kind of sit there. And these are going to be feelings of not completely sexual, because one thing about garnet is that it's not overly sexual stone. It regulates any sexual dysfunction in a relationship. Any part of your marriage or any part of a relationship, any reason why a relationship went bad, if it has to do with something relating to just not being there sexually, like maybe, and I know this is an awkward topic for some, but this is necessary because this is the human body. But if the relationship is just sexually boring, it spices that up as well. But if the person has a problem in the relationship, like that person has just, let's just say the person has fetishes, they want to cheat, they like just all this other stuff that's not supposed to really go in a relationship. Maybe it's just stuff that's completely poisoning your relationship. Garnet actually removes that. That's the wonderful thing about garnet. It puts out the part of the fire that doesn't need to be there, and it gets the good fire going. It puts out the bad fires, it activates the good fires. It's a very dark stone. It's supposed to be dark. Good garnet is supposed to be dark. The bad ones are chalky, like I said, but this is the stone of rekindling old flame. So if you're someone who does anything relating to art, anything relating to creation, if you like to do ceramics, pottery, paintings, making jewelry like I do, and you're just feeling like, oh, things are kind of, they feel kind of stagnant, like I don't have any new ideas, then you put garnet around you and you're like, oh, I have new ideas. Like the light bulbs will start going off because the garnet started the flame that started the light bulbs to go off. So this is one of the best crystals that I recommend. Oddly enough, I recommend it for relationships. I always prescribe garnet with rose quartz because rose quartz will bring in the love and purify your heart chakra. But when you have the love, garnet also has a property of protecting your relationship. It's very good for keeping away accidents. I'm glad I just said that. Here's a little secret. So anytime you have a crystal that's red on the root chakra, for example, ruby, it's very good for keeping away accidents. Carnelian is not the root chakra crystal, but it's red and it's vibrant. So anything with a spiritual red to it, it will keep away accidents. It will keep away any just havoc that does not need to be around. It repels dark entities just by being very vibrant. You can think about it like this. So basically, garnet kind of shoots the fire. Even if it's just a spark, it's a spark that's enough to get a whole fire started, and that's how you can think of garnet. This is a very easy crystal to remember. Like I said, don't remember the crystals, live the crystals. When you think of garnet, think of like the sorcerer's stone. Think of it as a kindling fire. What does the kindling fire do? So if you have a stone that starts fires or puts out fires that are not good, then you can figure the rest out on your own. Now, after this is why I set teaching up in this method. I don't rehearse my videos. I don't do any of that. I just talk about, drop gems, literally drop gems on certain crystals such as garnet, and it's just, you have to live the stone. You cannot just remember the stone. That's going to be generic. You're going to have the information everyone else has online. When you actually channel the energy of garnet, you're channeling, like, you can look online. The reason all the information online when it comes to crystals disagrees is because they're very generic. They don't live the crystals. They don't really know what they're talking about. They're just saying things that other websites have said. But when you live it, live the crystal. You will have your own experience. You will be able to tell people stuff about crystals that not even the people were able to figure out, just because instead of remembering the knowledge, you were living the knowledge. That garnet is a very good stone for accumulating knowledge as well, and you're not going to see that online because it helps refire your thirst up for knowledge. So basically, everything that has to do, I can keep going on and on about garnet because it's such a wonderful stone. Oh, I didn't even talk about its wealth properties. Yeah, it's good for wealth too. You know why? Do you want to know why garnet's good for wealth? Can you tell me? Because it rekindles fires. If you feel like your business is not doing well because you are out of ideas, you don't know how to have any new ideas for your business, maybe since you want to invite new wealth energies into your auric field, the garnet sparks up the wealth energies. Remember that everything starts at the root. If the root of the tree is sick, it's going to affect the rest of the tree, and it's not going to grow right. So garnet's wonderful for wealth. It's probably one of the best crystals for wealth as well, just because of its fire properties and rekindling flames. It'll rekindle flames with other people as well. So it has the potential to not only affect you, but affect people around you. When you wear garnet, people are going to think that, wow, what is this energy about this person? It's because that your fire just kind of that little spark just kind of hit them, and it set their fire, and they felt the fire, and they feel a passion around you, and then they're just like, what is this passion? Well, the garnet just sent you a flame, because that's what garnet does. It's the little fire that starts the big fires. So basically, it ignites flames in other people that you're around. That's why it's so good for relationships. So that's a lot about garnet. If you have any questions, I'm going to make several videos about garnet in the future, and just different garnets. And you have Hassanite garnet, which is, this one's more for wealth. So this is Hassanite garnet. There's, I don't even know how to pronounce the other name. I don't even know where it went. It's the other green garnet. Oh, it's right here. I forgot its name because I don't like its name, so I just renamed it. I call it green garnet, or sparkly green garnet. There's so many different kinds of garnet. There's for some crystals, I just come up with my own name for them, because I look at the name online, I'm like, I don't like this. I'm gonna make my own name for the crystal. So yeah, I almost call this almond garnet, but I'm gonna call this blood garnet, because it gets the blood going, it gets the fire going, it gets you going. This is one of the best crystals ever. If you want to have passion, if you want to have excitement in your life, garnet's wonderful. I also have garnet on my website as a necklace, as a bracelet. I'm adding more garnet to the website because it's a very awesome stone to have. It's a stone that it's so very necessary to keep around you if you want that energy to keep going. If you want to receive the energies of garnet, wear it on your left side. You'll receive more of the energies of garnet. You'll receive the flame. When you wear it on your right, you'll project a little spark of fire into your environment, and other people will feel it wherever you go. People will approach you in rooms, people will walk up to you, and people will be like, oh, you have that energy about you. I don't know what it is. It's just this little spark of energy about you, and the garnet sets the fire off. It's just a wonderful crystal. It's a wonderful gemstone. You have to try garnet. It's just absolutely wonderful. I love having it around me. It makes me feel very good. It's also a stone of safety and protection. It's just a wonderful crystal. Like I said, I can talk forever. So I'm going to end this video because garnet is one of my favorite crystals. And I say that about a lot of crystals. But garnet's awesome. And as I hold it, it continues to get warm and warm. It's reminding me of the fire energy. Just if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Ciao!